Hi guys, today I'm going to show you how to do this beautiful journal cover page for April. It is a cutout and I know you're going to love it. We're going to need a fine liner, a pencil, a eraser, a brush pen and a gel pen. We are just going to do loose circles. Remember, Googling and drawing is all about having your hand loose, working with your whole arm and not being stiff. And we are placing our flowers just also with round circles, loose circles. Place your flowers, draw your lines in. Put everything down where you initially think it will be, loosely with loose drawings. Your flowers, to get the petals, also round circles. That flower is a little bit standing up, so the front, it's a little bit of an oval. And then you draw in your petals. It's really not difficult once you've got your pencil lines down. And remember, you can get this doodle worksheet as a free downloadable file. I will leave the link in the description below, and I've got a couple of doodles that we're still going to work through there, or doodle designs that we can use for different months of the year. And it is a free download. It's an instant download. You just click on the link and it will instantly download for you. I'm just filling in my leaves based on my pencil outlines, my initial pencil that I laid down. And looking at it now and looking at my original, I can see that my placing of this flower was wrong. And this is just to show you that you need to feel free to change your drawing whenever you feel like it. There is no rights and there's no wrongs. So I am replacing my flower head a little bit closer to the other one. And I'm just doing my pencil guides, if you can call it. I like using my mechanical eraser. It really works well. And I would really suggest you get one of those because it's so much easier than the normal erasers. And now it's just a matter of putting down the details. The nice thing while you're doing your pencil drawing is you can fiddle with it till it works for you. Don't press hard, just do very soft lines. I use a 4B lead in my mechanical pencil. I feel the soft lead pencils erases better. It doesn't leave such hard marks on the paper. You can use the worksheet, keep it next to you, and try freehand, play with the pencil, keep your hand loose, work from your elbow, work from your shoulder, your whole arm. It's not a stiff movement, it's a very loose movement. You must just be loose with your hands. Going to take that arc a little bit in and immediately it's starting to come together. So once again, I'm not happy with the line. Just making that stem curve a little bit more makes all the difference in the movement of the drawing. And the leaf is bothering me. It's not gelling, so it's gonna go again. And once again, don't be scared. If it doesn't work, take it out, draw it again, till it works for you. Okay, let's do this one over completely and try and get more movement into it. Give it more of a curve. And then we are starting with the little background doodles, just to fill in the background. And now we're going to write the date and the year, the date and the year, the month and the year. I'm still practicing my freehand skills of writing. So anybody can be at any stage of learning still, and that's something I still want to master, but it still takes me a lot of time to get it right. And it doesn't need to be perfect as long as it works for me and as long as it works for you. That's all that matters. Right. And now we can start putting pen to paper. I like to leave my pencil drawings very clean so that I do not have a lot of lines that confuses my eye when I do my line drawing, because remember, the line drawing is like the final frontier. It's the final line you put down, and it's a little bit difficult to change, but I will show you. I have made a correction. I'm going to make a correction here, a fault that I'm going to correct, to show you that it's not undoable if you work with the black and the white. It's important to try and keep your hand on the paper the whole time and make long, full strokes when you do your line drawing. And once again, once you have your base pencil line outline, it is so easy just to follow. And then it's all a matter of filling in. And keep your hands steady. The pencil line is like the final line that you put down, and it's best to try and keep it nice and clean. Make your edges meet up, make your lines meet up, and that there's no overlapping lines. I think I'm quite happy with that, but I'm not happy with the sting, and I'm going to use the white gel pen to take the black line out. I did find that this black this gel pen actually doesn't work so well, and I found in my nail kit, my nail art kit, I found a pen that they use for nail art, and I thought, okay, let me give it a shot, and it actually works a lot better than the gel pen in putting white ink down on top of the drawing. So I'm going to show you just now how that one works. I'm just cleaning up my drawing now, taking most of my pencil lines out so that I can get a clear view before I start with the corrections. Once again, if you've got a very good baseline, you don't need to worry about where you're going to draw. You just follow that pencil line. So make sure your pencil lines are very accurate before you start with your pen. You can see how nice the mechanical eraser works. It's filling in some finer details. And remember, no drawing is set in stone. You can always change it or add to it. Now we are actually going to fill in the background with the design that's on the worksheet. It is just drawing lines in a crosshair fashion. We're first doing the ups, and my advice here is, for some people it's easy to draw straight lines in an upwards position or upwards, and for some people it's easier to draw a straight line downwards to yourself, to your own body, and or from left to right or right to left. And I would suggest you fool around on paper and find out what works for you. Are you drawing better lines upwards, or are you drawing better lines downwards towards yourself or from left to right? And then orientate your drawing accordingly. I find it a lot easier upwards. If I have to draw it downwards, the line from the top to the bottom, it always comes out a lot more wiggly and wobbly. Not that it matters, because it's part of the design, and if it works for you, it works for you. But I like to make these lines pretty straight, and in all my designs I do use a lot of boxes, and all is freehand drawing. So it's very important to learn what works for you. So I would really say and suggest to take a piece of paper and draw a couple of lines in different directions and find your niche, find what works for you, and apply it on your drawing. This is a very time-consuming process. I've speeded this process up quite a bit, And it takes a while to do, but it's really very relaxing, very therapeutical, just to draw your lines and let your mind go. Now, because I draw up better, I change my angle of my drawing. Once again, because I draw better upwards than downwards. And this is exactly what I mean by turning your artwork to suit your style. It's important to follow through on a line so that it looks like it's continuous from one side to the other. And yeah, I've changed the drawing again, and there's the complete drawing. Now I'm going to correct that stem that bothers me. I should have done it before I put the background in, but yes, that's how it usually works. While I'm doing it, it started bothering me, so now I'm using that ink or that nail art pen just to put a white spot down. Yeah, I'm bringing in some shadow work while I'm waiting for the ink to dry, the white ink from the nail pen. And I'm going to fix that stem a little bit too, because I want more white to show in the design and not just a black line. It must stand out. So I put a shade under that leaf or petal, and I don't like it, so I'm going to take it out with this nail art pen. This pen actually works very well. You actually squeeze it. I think it works very much like a pencil corrector or pen corrector that you can buy at any stationery shop. Tipex, we call it in South Africa. After it's dried, then I'm going in with my pen, and this is a little bit difficult. The pen doesn't want to take so well on the ink, but with a bit of motivation, and here you can see I'm not doing one solid line, I'm kind of scribbling the line in just to get it to take on to the white of the nail art pen. Now I'm coming in with the shaded marker, and I'm adding a shadow to the stem, and that just makes it pop off the page. Shadows are very, very important. You must always ascertain from what side you want your shadows to work. Find the source of light. In this case is top right hand corner, so my shadows will be to the bottom. Now I've lost some video footage, and yes, so to give you an idea, after I have done the corrections, I actually traced around this drawing and made another. After I've done the shadow work, I drew another line on the outside of the original art, and then I actually cut that piece out from the page using a craft knife and a hardboard paper underneath. so I don't cut into my bottom page. And then after this is, I've also cut out another piece of 250-gram watercolor paper, and I traced it and I stuck it to the back of my journal page just to make it nice and firm and that it doesn't bend or curl up. And then I've traced out my design onto the bottom page so I can find where I am going to start my next bullet journal. And this is my to-do list, April 2023, and this will be coming in my next video. I will show you how we are going to do this artwork. And yeah, so you have to remember to subscribe to the channel and hit that notifications button so when I release the next video that you're on it and that you can see what I am going to do in this page. So guys, thank you for watching this video, and I'm looking forward to show you the next page in the April journal. And remember to subscribe, and I will see you on the other side.